One day, you realize something uncomfortable. Nobody is coming to live your life for you. Nobody is going to wake up every morning and chase your dreams for you. Nobody is going to practice your skills for you. And nobody can take every difficult decision out of your hands. But here's the good news. That doesn't mean you're alone. It means you have more power than you think. Because the moment you stop waiting for someone else to change your life, you can start changing what is actually within your control. Today, we're talking about one of the most powerful lessons in personal growth. Take responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame circumstances. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. My situation is difficult. Nobody supports me. I'm not talented enough. Sometimes these challenges are real. Life isn't equally easy for everyone. But there is a difference between acknowledging a problem and allowing that problem to control your entire future. You may not control everything that happens to you, but you can often control what you do next. You can choose to learn. You can choose to practice. You can choose to improve your habits. You can choose to ask for help. You can choose to try again. And that is where personal power begins. Lesson 1. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start when I have more time. I'll start when I feel confident. I'll start when everything is perfect. But here's the problem. Perfect circumstances may never arrive. If you keep waiting for everything to become easy, you may spend years standing still. Instead, ask, what can I do with what I have right now? Maybe you have 30 minutes. Use 30 minutes. Maybe you only have a phone. Start learning. Maybe you're a beginner. Start as a beginner. You don't need perfect conditions. You need a first step. Lesson 2. Stop blaming, start learning. Blaming can feel comfortable because it removes responsibility. If everything is someone else's fault, then you don't have to change anything. But blaming doesn't create progress. Learning does. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what can I learn from this? If your video didn't perform well, learn about your hook. If you didn't finish your goal, look at your routine. If you made a mistake, understand what happened and try again. The goal isn't to blame yourself. The goal is to become better at solving problems. Lesson 3. Keep the promises you make to yourself. Imagine having a friend who constantly promises, I'll help you. I'll be there. I'll do what I said. But they never follow through. Eventually, you stop trusting them. Something similar can happen inside your own mind. Every time you promise yourself, tomorrow I'll exercise, tomorrow I'll study, tomorrow I'll work on my goal, and then repeatedly ignore that promise, your confidence can suffer. So start making smaller promises. Instead of, I'll work for 5 hours, say, I'll work for 20 minutes. Then keep that promise. Every time you do what you said you would do, you strengthen your trust in yourself. Lesson 4. Control your daily routine. You may not control the entire world, but you can create structure in your day. Decide when you'll work. Decide when you'll learn. Decide when you'll rest. Decide when you'll put your phone away. A successful life isn't built only through big goals. It's built through ordinary routines. If your goal is to become a better speaker, practice speaking every day. If your goal is to grow a YouTube channel, create consistently. If your goal is to learn a skill, practice regularly. Your routine is where your goals become real. Lesson 5. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation feels great, but motivation is unpredictable. Some mornings you feel inspired. Other mornings, you don't. If your progress depends entirely on how you feel, your progress will constantly stop and start. Instead, Build simple systems. Set a regular time. Prepare your environment. Remove distractions. Make the first step easy. Then, act. You don't have to feel motivated to begin. Sometimes motivation comes after you start. Action creates momentum. Lesson 6. Take responsibility for your future. Imagine yourself 1 year from today. You have 2 possible paths. On the first path, you continue waiting. You keep saying, someday. You keep postponing. You keep making excuses. A year passes. On the second path, you start small. You learn. You practice. You make mistakes. You improve. You keep going. A year passes. You may not have achieved everything, but you're no longer the same person. The difference began with one decision. I'm responsible for what I do next. Lesson 7. Ask for help, but don't give away your responsibility. Taking responsibility doesn't mean doing everything alone. Successful people ask questions. They learn from teachers. They seek advice. They accept support. They build relationships. Asking for help isn't weakness. But there is an important difference. Someone can guide you, but they cannot do your work for you. Someone can encourage you, but they cannot build your habits for you. Someone can show you the path, but you still have to walk it. You support, learn from others, but take ownership of your journey. The 24-hour responsibility challenge. For the next 24 hours, try something simple. Every time you catch yourself saying, I can't, pause. Ask, what can I do? Instead of, I don't have enough time. Ask, what can I accomplish in the next 20 minutes? Instead of, I'm not good enough. Ask, what skill can I practice today? Instead of, I'll start tomorrow. Ask, what's one thing I can start right now? Change the question, and you can change the direction of your actions. You don't control everything. You can't control other people's opinions. You can't control every opportunity. You can't control every setback. But you can control your effort, your choices, your attitude, your learning, your habits, and your next step. So stop waiting for your life to magically change. Start participating in the change. Take responsibility. Take one step, then another, and another. Because the future you've been waiting for may begin with the decision you make today. If you're ready to take responsibility for your future, comment, I take responsibility. Subscribe and join me for the next day of this 30-day motivation challenge. Remember, you don't have to control everything. You just have to control what you do next.